What's going on, guys? This is Miasin, and we just got a bunch of new Horus cards announced, and I really can't wait to review all of them. I already checked them in the past, so this is not going to be like a live reaction, but this is still going to be a really interesting video because I believe that, there might be a world in which these cards might have a huge impact on the metagame. Now, before we get into the Horus cards, there are also all the reveals from the Battles of Legend Monstrous Revenge, so I will be making a full video dedicated to that, maybe today, I don't even know, but anyways, before this video starts, make sure you like and subscribe. You already know the drill, and now let's get right into it. Alright, so the first monster is Imseti, Glory of Horus, Dark Spellcaster, level 8, 3k, 1800 defense. The summoning condition is an inherent summon, and then you can only use the second and third effect once per turn each. If you control Pharaonic Sarcophagus, you can special summon this card from your grave, just like that, for free. You can send 2 cards from your hand to the grave, including this card, so this card and something else. Add 1 Pharaonic Sarcophagus from your deck to the hand, then draw 1 card. That's pretty good, the fact that you can do this generically, always get a draw and a search, so it refunds itself just like... And not only does it refund itself, but it's also like a free special summon from grave, so if anything, this card is a free +1. And it has a third effect. If another card or cards you control leaves the field by an opponent's card effects, by a card effect while you control this monster, you can send 1 card on the field to the grave, so it doesn't target, doesn't destroy. That is incredible, but you're going to see something like a pattern with these monsters, and I will be discussing that very shortly. Anyways, the second monster is Duamutef, Blessing of Horus. So it's actually not a spellcaster, and it's not a dark, it's a water beast, 0 attack, 0 defense. Again, same thing, but it only has 2 actual effects. The second effect is a continuous effect. So if you control Pharaonic Sarcophagus, you can special summon this card from the grave again. Gains 1200 attack and defense for each Horus monster you control. It can easily go to like 4000 plus attack, trust me. If another card or cards you control leaves the field by an opponent's card effect while you control this monster, you can draw cards equal to the number of monsters with different names in your main monster zone. Oh my god, you can be drawing upwards of 5 cards with this. Like, this is ridiculous. If you can find a way to give like I don't know, like a Myrmelio or something to your opponent, like the Myrmelio has a mandatory effect to destroy a spell or trap card the opponent controls, and then you can trigger like all of your freaking Horus effects, and you can draw 5, send a card on the field to the grave, and do some nasty things. Oh my god, there has to be like some way you can abuse these cards. Oh my, I really can't wait. Anyways, the third one is Happy, Vanguard of Horus, Wind Beast Warrior, so always different type and different attribute. You can only special summon this card with its first effect once per turn, and then again, second effect once per turn. Same summoning condition as the other one, and then same activation requirements, so if a card, blah blah blah. You can target 2 cards that are banished and or in the graveyard, either add both to their owner's hand or shuffle both into the deck. Now, this is beyond stupid, because I can imagine like a really big mill deck, just milling a bunch of cards, getting these cards in the grave, and then having access to Pharaonic Sarcophagus, reviving everything, finding some way of giving a monster to your opponent that is always forced to destroy one of your cards, and then you just literally go like +25, recycle back any card banished or in the grave. What the hell? This looks custom made. If anything, it might be like some of the best cards I've ever read in my life. Abusable wise potential. This is just really stupid. Anyways, the final card is Kebe Senuef, Aegis of Horus. Yes, okay, whatever that is. Earth Wing Beast. All right, pretty big stats. Yo, they're all really fat. Ironically, the 0 attack, 0 defense might actually be the one with the highest stats, if anything, because it's pretty easy to have 4 Horus monsters on the field. I'm going to explain why very soon. Anyways, again, same summoning condition, and then if another card, blah 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 blah, you can activate this effect. So this turn, your opponent cannot target Horus monsters on the field for attacks. Also, your opponent cannot target them with card effects. This is by far the worst out of the 4 effects. I'll say the best one. I mean, this one is just really stupid. This is the best one. And then also drawing up to 5 cards. Pretty unfair as well. So, the second best. And then sending any card without targeting. That's also really insane. So yeah, third best effect. And then this is whatever. I think this is probably going to be like a one-off, just because, it's a free name. It still doesn't suck because it's a free special summon and a level 8. So yeah, nothing can go wrong with these monsters. Anyways, we've read, a lot of conditions relying on Pharaonic Sarcophagus, but what is Pharaonic Sarcophagus? So it's a continuous spell. You can only use the second effect of this card's name up to 4 times per turn. I remember the good old days when, it was Coach King, Giant Trainer, Mare, and the Purely monsters were pretty much like the only monsters in the game, the only cards that actually read thrice, but now it's not even twice, it's not even thrice, it's up to 4 times per turn. Horus monsters you control cannot be destroyed by card effects unless they target them. What the jeez, what is this? What is this supposed to mean? Unless they target them. Okay. Target themselves? I don't even know. Anyways, you can send 1 card from your hand. What is going on with my computer? Anyways, you can send 1 card from your hand to the grave, send 1 Horus monster from the deck to the grave. This is up to 4 times per turn. So just like that, you can just conveniently foolish for 4 Horus monsters. Obviously, you're gonna have to send 4 cards from the hand to the grave if you have to send all of them. But if you drew 1, then you send 1, discard the other. And then, you know, you already have, like, this one that searches the sarcophagus and draws you a card. So you refund, again, your money back very, very quickly. And then you have already 1 of them in the graveyard. It shouldn't be too much effort to get, like, you know, all the 4 Horus monsters down there. If you have, like, the first one and any other name, it's already a 2-card combo that gets you the sarcophagus and 4 level 8 monsters on the board. So it's a 2-card OTK for, like, 20,000 damage because they're gigantic. And, yeah. Anyways, once per turn at the start of the damage step, if your Horus monster battles an opponent's monster, you can send that opponent's monster to the grave. Okay, alright, so, yeah, I mean, it also sends, doesn't destroy. So, in other words, monsters that can't be targeted or destroyed by card effects, you can always get rid of them in this deck or with this engine because it's not really a deck. Like, there's no normal summon. There's also not a lot of starters, to be honest. Like, there's only really the first monster and that's it. Is it easy to search? It is a spellcaster, dark. I don't know how easy dark spellcaster monsters are to search in Yu-Gi-Oh! I don't think they're super easy to search, so yeah, I'm gonna have to look into that, but yeah, I mean, worst case, this is also somewhat of a starter, just not, like, super ideal. Anyways, the final card is Canopic Protector. In case you didn't know, a Canopic jar is a jar where, you know, the Egyptians back in the days, they were storing, like, the living, or the organs of, like, you know, the pharaohs for the mummification process or something. It's really hard to explain, but yeah, it's really disgusting, and yeah. Anyways, you can only use the second effect to discard Z once per turn. Once per chain, okay, so in other words, infinite times per turn. When your opponent activates a card or effect, you can special summon 1 Horus monster from your hand or grave. And if you do this turn, you can now special summon another monster with their same original name with the effect of Canopic Protector. Okay, it's not up to infinite times per turn, but rather up to 4 times per turn because you only have 4 different names. Still really good. And then if this card is sent from the hand or field to the grave, you can set it but banish it when it leaves the field. That's cool because it's really easy to just send it from the hand to the grave for the effect of your continuous spell, and then, or the first monster, and then you get it back, you get to Monster Reborn some monsters. The effect is not negated, not too bad, but obviously nothing compared to the continuous spell card. Alright, so again, what do I think of all these monsters? Extremely off to a great start, but what I find funny is that they're, you know, like a Horus archetype, and they have literally less than nothing to do with the Horus dragon monsters, like the level monsters from, you know, back in the old days. Soul of the Duelist or some bullshit. So yeah, we don't have any of that, which is interesting. So again, still no normal summon, no field spell, which is a little unfortunate because field spells are usually how you make like a, you know, an archetype meta, because then you have like 4 cards that might actually help you out with terraforming. And of course, you know, normal summons, cards that are searchable by like Tenki, Reinforcement of the Army, because right now, even if you play 3 of every single one of these cards, you only have like a 20 card deck. And it's not like you can play a bunch of hand traps and stuff, because the odds of breaking are beyond astronomically high. So unless you play that as an engine, not gonna work. And you're gonna have to also work on the ratios, because I believe that right now as an engine, the only cards that are worth being played are obviously 3 Sarcophagus, 1 of each of these monsters, and then 3 of the Imseti. If I play this as an engine, I still wouldn't play the trap card because I believe it's a little too slow. But one thing, again, that I have to repeat is that if you draw this with like something else, it's also a double rank 8 play, and you can easily kill your opponent through Nibiru, because you, with obviously 4 level 8 monsters, you go into CS Photon or something, whatever, the one that negates monster effects, and then drag Lubion into Numeron Dragon, and that's already game. Yeah, so that's pretty ridiculous. And or you can do, I don't know, you can do whatever else you want. You can make Skuldit. I would never turn these 4 monsters into Saryuja. You can go into Coach King Giant Trainer. There we go, that's already better. I was like, wait, hold on, I'm missing something obvious. So yeah, if time gets called, well, it doesn't matter because you're gonna win anyways. So yeah, even though you're negging a lot by, you know, always sending cards from the hand to the grave, you're drawing so much that I don't think you should really complain too much. And if your cards that you're sending, by the way, not discarding, sending, They have grave effects. Well, at least you can trigger them. They're also a cost when you're sending, so it's not like you can say, oh, True Lament support or something. No, definitely not. But if you can mail some of these cards, then yes, it definitely could synergize potentially with I don't know, Light Sword or something. Light Sword kind of sucks, but some of the nicest combos that I've developed were actually for a Light Sword, actually. Just milling decks in general. It's not like there is like infinite. But yeah, very cool cards. Again, I really like them. I think there's a lot of potential, and I can't wait to see if Konami is going to give us some more cards. I don't even know what the A-Gov or something is supposed to be. It's a set, apparently, but yeah. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and let me know your thoughts about these new cards in the comment section below. And I'll see you guys very soon. Peace.